Let's get some analysis from George Washington University Law School professor Jonathan Turley. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
You know, we followed this every day. What do you look at here? What's your assessment of it?
Well, the evidence is overwhelming. I mean, the defense really didn't lay a glove on the evidence. There's a very damning text message the day before this meeting where Sussmann says that I expressly says, I'm not here representing a client. I'm just coming forth as basically a citizen. The Durham prosecution team made really short work of that and showed that he was billing for that time, and he was intimately involved in the creation and distribution of the Alfa Bank scandal, which proved to be completely groundless. But there were moments at the trial that were really quite breathtaking. I mean, and you can see what Durham's up against. At one point, he asked Baker, the former FBI general counsel, one of the lawyers asked, "Why did you wait to hand over that incriminating text?" And he just said, "Sussman's a friend of mine. This is your investigation, not mine." And all of us were like, "Wow," because you were one of the top people of the FBI, and you're talking to the Justice Department.
So, you know, for somebody sitting at home, and we've been putting out the facts and putting out the day-to-day developments, but piece it all together for them. Why does this matter?
Well, it matters a lot. We have learned a lot. There's been questions raised as to why the Mueller investigation did not uncover or reveal some of these details. What we now have is a very clear pattern in both the Steele dossier and the Alfa Bank scandal. Both of them originated with the Clinton campaign. The Clinton campaign hid the funding of the Steele dossier. It was recently fined by the FEC for doing that. So they pushed these two separate parallel tracks. Both went to the FBI, both went to the CIA, both went to favorable people in the media, and they unleashed this torrent of media attention.
Without telling them that it originally came from somebody tied to the campaign.
That's right. And what was really telling, and this came out towards the end of the trial, one of the FBI agents sent a note saying that James Comey, the former director of the FBI, and all of his leadership aides were, quote, fired up to get going on the Alfa Bank allegations. What was striking about that is that the researchers that put this together said that they were afraid they'd be mocked. They actually said, what if these people are smart enough to see through this? How are we going to answer that? And the response was, we just need a narrative. Well, you know what? The Clinton people were right, because when it went over to the FBI, apparently, according to this agent, James Comey and the rest of the FBI were chomping at the bit.
Yeah, as was the media in large part. Let me just read this from Andy McCarthy. FBI leadership during Russiagate makes Durham's job in Sussmann trial very tricky. He said he was not representing a client when, in fact, he was representing the Clinton campaign. There's no doubt he said it. There's no doubt it wasn't true. Case closed. Except down here on planet Earth, it's never that simple. The crime is not making a false statement. It's making a false statement to the FBI. The problem for Durham, how does he prove that Sussmann's false statement mattered when the agents were also being misled by their own bosses?
Yeah, I almost always agree with Andy, but I disagree on this one point, and that is, it's true that the agents were told that this came from the Department of Justice. It did. It was referred through Baker. That was the whole reason Sussmann went to him. But Baker said, I would have handled this differently if I knew it was from the campaign. The problem for Durham is the jury and the judge. I mean, he is facing a jury that has 3 Clinton donors, an AOC donor, and a woman whose daughter is on the same sports team with Sussmann's daughter. I mean, the exception of randomly selecting people out of the DNC headquarters, you could not come up with a worse jury.
Welcome to Washington, D.C.
Right.
All right. Jonathan Turley, as always, thank you.
Thank you.
We're following all of this.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.